Why does manifesting seem so difficult? If it's a power we all have and relies on a universal law, it should be easy, right? Over 30 years, I've found answers to these questions and now live a wonderful life. The answers are simple, but seeing them isn't always easy. So I've split this video into two parts. In part one, this video, I'll show you where to look and why you don't need to do any of the things you've been taught to have a wonderful life and see your dreams come true. In part two, we'll dive deeper into how your mind and the universe interact and what to expect when you start manifesting, including how the answers show up and what to look and listen for. Part two will also introduce my Law of Attraction Demystified Club, an affordable monthly membership you can cancel anytime. If you're interested, I'll put a link in the description. All right, let's simplify manifesting once and for all. Hi, I'm Trevor. In case this is your first visit to my channel, welcome. I'm an ex-psychotherapist who got drawn into studying the law of attraction because my life was a mess. I felt inadequate in almost every aspect, making money, finding real love, you name it. 30 years ago, I was broke and had terrible or non-existent relationships. What kept nagging at me was the certainty that manifesting should be easy. But the more I looked into it, the more I came across ideas like these. If it doesn't work, it's because you have buried subconscious beliefs. What? No! How am I supposed to know what's in my subconscious? And what about all those people who seem lucky despite possibly having their own hidden issues? Then there's visualizing what you want. Oh Lord, this one gets you into a terrible tangle. It's not easy visualizing wealth when you're swamped with unpaid bills, or visualizing a loving relationship after you've been cheated on. I realized that the universe doesn't care if you're making pictures in your head. Visualizing something into existence is a major misunderstanding, if not a myth. Many of us do automatically picture ourselves achieving our desires once we've set our minds on them, but it's not the picturing that makes them come about. Visualizing is completely unnecessary. Then there are affirmations, positive thinking, and fake it till you make it. If you go deep enough, you'll get into quantum physics, which may or may not relate to manifesting, but that's like learning binary mathematics just to write an email. Who cares? All you want is happiness, success, and a good life, right? So, let's go back to basics. First, ask, what is reality? If you're going to create it, you should know what it is. You wouldn't bake a chocolate cake without knowing what a chocolate cake is, would you? If you ended up with a mushroom omelette, you'd be very disappointed. Second, what power do I have over this thing called reality? If you can't influence it, there's no point in going further. We'll answer those questions in a moment, but first let's understand why you're asking the universe for help. For me, it was love and money, big things in most people's lives. I saw people who had those things without asking the universe. They just got them while I struggled. When the law of attraction came onto my radar, it seemed like the proverbial manna from heaven. You might feel the same, unable to figure out on your own how to get your dream. So you ask the universe. So far, so good. But then what do we do? What did I do? We try to do it ourselves. Didn't we agree we don't know how to do it ourselves? We start believing we need to know how to communicate with the universe. Oh, the universe likes me to visualize? I'll do that all day long. Positive thinking? I'm on it, baby. Except those things are hard to do all the time. When the goodies don't show up, you think it's your fault. You didn't visualize bright enough colors, or you let doubt creep in. Then you feel guilty. But that's a negative feeling, so you try to beat that back. It's an impossible loop. Listen, do you think galaxies manifested because someone visualized them into being? Duh! We don't need to do that stuff. Let's go back to our questions. First, what is reality? I don't think we can manifest a galaxy or impossible things. I can imagine a purple unicorn, but I doubt I can bring one into existence, no matter how detailed my visualization. We're talking about your reality and mine, which are different. If we see a movie together and one of us loves it and the other hates it, it's not the movie. We shared the same external reality, but our internal experiences were different. It's easy to see with a movie, but suppose the issue is being short of money. If I panic about it and you're confident you'll get more by the weekend, why are our approaches different? Reality isn't in the outside circumstance. What we call reality is actually our experience of life. So, how much power do I have over reality? Immense power, because all of your experience, your reality, is made of your thinking, and you can think a new thought in a split second. The problem is, we often think the same thoughts over and over. When I was short of money, my thoughts were like this. Oh, what am I going to do? How can I get more money? Even my next paycheck is already spent. I owe so-and-so. What can I do? Can I sell something? Oh, I've got nothing of value. And on it would go. How easy is it to think positive thoughts and visualize being well off against that background? It's not going to happen. But the universe doesn't care what you think, because it always has the answers. The problem isn't that the universe doesn't answer, it's that you aren't making room for new thoughts. Trying to fill your head with positive ones against a backdrop of fear and anxiety only adds to the noise. What worked for me was acknowledging I didn't know how to fix the problem and simply noticing the swirl of thoughts in my mind, but not acting on them. I just ignored them. They didn't go away, but I was free to put one foot in front of the other. I surrendered. I imagined terrifying outcomes like losing my house or being taken to court by creditors. None of those things happened, showing that visualization isn't causing things to come about. Surrendering allowed new possibilities, new opportunities, and new thoughts to enter my world. Our mind is a receiver for the wisdom of the universe. The more we tune into it, the faster and more easily things manifest. In part 2, I'll dive deeper into how to turn off the noise in your head and listen to the universe so you always know what to do. I'll leave a link in the description so you can check out the Law of Attraction Demystified Club. In the meantime, I hope this has been helpful. Thank you for watching. I'll see you very soon in another video and perhaps inside the Law of Attraction Demystified Club members area.